Two guys, one mic. Welcome everybody. This is our first podcast. We're super excited to start this. For the three of us, it kind of started out as that lunchroom. We were all busting on each other, all talking about different sports. I'm a Packers fan. Mike here, Cowboys fan. And my guy Adam, Steelers fan. As you can see.
We're at my house.
But really what we wanted to do was start something that we could all be together. Something that we could really be connected in a way every week, but also talk about something we're really passionate about. So this is how it started. We're really excited to be able to talk about sports, just be ourselves, goofy, and we just are really looking forward to this NFL season. I think there's a lot of changes this year that have been a huge impact to what's going to happen in all the rankings and everything. So this week, at first, we're going to start off with the AFC, and what we're going to do is go through all of the standings and what we think their records are going to be. So that's basically it this week. So
I just want to start off by saying, with the AFC, it is stacked. Like, I was looking when I was going through these records and I was looking at the games and the schedules and stuff. Dude, there's not many AFC games that aren't watchable games.
It's going to be crazy.
You know what I mean? Like, the NFC took some hits this year. They lost some big players.
Yeah.
I mean, Adams went to the AFC. Khalil Mack came over to the AFC. There's some
huge ones.
Wilson's
going to be huge.
Dude, we'll talk about him a little bit. So, but where do you guys want to start? We want to start with, we're up in upstate New York, central New York. So, two of our New York teams are in the East. Do you want to start with the AFC East?
Sure. I think the East is a good team, good division to start with.
Good starting spot.
Because I think we have only one team that's really amazing, and then we got a lot of. Well, I guess there's some surprises potentially.
Yeah, there's some surprises.
Yeah. So let's start off with, I would say, the Jets, New York. So what are we thinking as far as record goes, Mike? What are you thinking?
I got the Jets at 3-14.
Ooh,
okay.
3-14.
I'm not really going to hate on that much because I have them at 4-13. I do think the Jets have the ability to surprise people this year.
Yeah.
I have them at 4-13, but there are a few games where I'm like, you know what? The Jets could pull that one off. They could.
Right.
I think they like their coach, Robert Salon or something.
Yeah.
Right? Came from the Niners.
Yep.
I think they like him. I think they play for him. And Zach Wilson,
how long is he out for?
Wilson? Is he hurt?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's hurt. Yeah. We don't know
he's
for
joking.
sure.
He knew that.
He probably tripped over a cougar or something,
Well, that's what I was thinking. I got him at 5-12, and I think it's going to be because of all the MILFs in the stadium.
That's
I think
why
he's
I gave
really
him 3 wins instead of 2.
Well, they have some some favorable games that they can play. I mean, they play the Browns early on without Deshaun.
Yep.
They play the Jags.
Yep.
I think they play the Giants.
Yeah. So I think
they got some winnable, and I think there'll be a couple surprise games in there that they could surprise some teams that they're not ready for it.
Yeah.
Bryce Hall, the rookie running back. I've heard some good things about him.
Yep.
But I still hear he's number 2. I still hear he's number 2 though.
Michael Carter.
Michael Carter.
Yeah. I think he's a good. He'll be a good scat back. I think Hall's going to take it over eventually, but that's how it goes with rookies, right? Wilson.
Let's be honest. The Jets will still be the Jets.
The Jets will still be the Jets, and there really ain't much more to say about them.
No.
They'll be an interesting team.
Yeah,
but they're still going to be the Jets.
I think the youth. I think we'll see. There's a lot of pieces, right? The quarterback, second year.
Sauce Gardner, right?
Sauce Gardner
has got him.
It's Garrett Wilson. He's their wide receiver from Ohio State.
They have Elijah Moore, right?
Yeah,
Elijah really.
Moore. They got some pieces.
So in a couple of years, I think we would talk about them as more of a up and coming. But honestly, Wilson's going to be the big deal. He's going to be the factor. Is he going to take that second year leap, or is it going to be something where they're going to be looking for another quarterback? So, all right,
they got the end-all be-all quarterbacks that behind him, Joe Flacco.
Well, I mean, an absolute stud.
Yeah.
Flacco
He actually
started week 1 against his former team.
Did you hear his
kids? Right?
His kids told he stinks.
He stinks.
Love it.
Hilarious.
All right, so who do you got right above the Jets then? Because this is where my surprise I think comes in a little bit.
I might be with you if you're talking about surprise. I got the Patriots.
Okay.
Me too.
That's what I got. All right, so we're all on the same page. A little bit. What do you got them at?
I got them at 7 and 10.
Okay.
I also have them at 7 and 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm hating on the Patriots this year. I mean, being a Steelers fan and all the history between the Patriots and stuff, I don't like to see them win anyways, but I legit have them at 4 and 13.
No. Absolutely not.
Yeah. Who do they got?
Mac Jones.
Mac. That's Zach.
Who's he going to throw to? Hunter Henry, who's going to be hurt after 5 games?
No,
John Smith, who's not going to do anything?
Have you ever heard of Devontae Smith?
Parker?
He's joking.
I'm joking, guys. See, this is why we
I love Parker. Louisville guy. Love
Parker.
Love him.
Yeah.
Loved him in Miami. How many full seasons has he played?
He's going to play a full season this year.
And their running back situation.
What is that situation?
It's cloudy with a chance of meatballs. Is what it is, all right?
James White retired.
James White's gone.
Yeah, that was crazy. Harris is starting, right?
He's hurt though, isn't he? I heard.
We're joking, but that we know obviously it's
Ramadan, whatever his name is, Stevenson is the lead back right now.
It's gonna be interesting. Cloudy with a chance of meatballs is really where it's at.
They got Parker and Myers, who doesn't catch touchdowns. I know he's on my fantasy team last year. He doesn't catch touchdown passes.
Their defense is going to be where it's at, right? They're always
Judon,
right?
Matthew Judon is,
and who's going to be playing and doing the play calls, right? So what? Yeah. Judge.
Patricia. Either way, that's why I think they're going to take a big hit because either way they're going to have Joe Judge or Matt Patricia,
which is a defensive coach.
What I was going through and I was looking at the schedule, I think I had him going through 6 weeks before they finally got a win. Like it was, I was.
Well, you have them at what 4 and
13, but I was like, when I was marking it down, I was expecting the Patriots to have a couple wins early on, and I was like, dude, where's going on?
Man.
But anyways, on to the next surprise for me is the Dolphins.
Dolphins. Yep.
See, the Dolphins, I think, are not quite there yet.
No.
I think they're getting there. Mm-hmm. I think adding Tyreek Hill was a good step.
Of course.
I've been here.
Yeah, but he's number 2 already. Their actual big pickup for running back was Edmonds.
Chase Edmonds.
Yeah. Chase Edmonds out of Arizona.
Cardinals.
Yeah, Cardinals. Yeah, I mean, he's from what I'm hearing out of camp and stuff. He's their plan to go to for.
Yeah. I don't like that you guys know this.
They have a lot of
I'm home all the time now. Summer as a teacher's assistant, I'm off, so I can look this stuff up. But they have speed with Waddle and Tyreek Hill.
Yeah.
Gesicki.
Good tight end.
Huge target.
Yeah.
Now,
I think it's going to be...
2 was a question mark for me, but I saw a highlight of him in practice the other day throwing to Tyreek Hill,
yep.
and he launched it 60 yards down the field, and everyone's like, oh, Tua can't throw it deep, but sure looked like he could get there for me.
And Tyreek can scramble around right and get to that point where
they can play street ball.
Yeah. So their speed, I think the speed is their game.
Yeah.
And their defense is pretty good. I mean, they have a really good defense.
Yeah. Howard, right? He's their corner.
Yes. Yep.
I don't know a lot of their defensive guys. I know at the end of the year last year, their defense was carrying them through games. So
for sure.
I know they have a good defense.
And they have a new coach now. So it's going to be interesting.
I don't know that I liked them getting rid of Flores. I mean, personally, I liked him because he came in the Steelers, and I think he's a good coach, but he turned them around last year,
Yeah,
but this new guy, they like him too, though.
Yeah, he's the one that came from
San Francisco,
49ers. Mike, I forget.
McDaniel.
Yeah.
Not McDaniels.
McDaniel.
Like Josh, but Mike McDaniel.
Right. Mike McDaniel. Yeah, I think he is obviously part of that tree.
But yeah, and he's another young coach who's inspiring these.
That's where the league seems to be going.
I don't think they're going to be this playoff. We already talked.
I don't even think I said the record. I have them at 8 and 9.
Oh boy.
Okay.
I have them at 8 and 9.
10 and 7.
Wow.
You're a little more confident than them. I'm not disagreeing with that because I think they are on the rise. I think they'll get there, but I don't have them quite at the double-digit wins yet.
And that's why we do this because it's fun.
I think we're all there. I'm right in the middle at 9 and 8. So I think at this point, if they were in any of those categories, I think it would be no shocker.
Yeah.
But
so now on to the creme de la creme of
this was probably the easiest division winner to pick.
Easily.
In all the AFC.
To win the division, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
The Bills. The Bills.
What do you have them at?
14 and 3.
Nice.
Me too.
And me too. Yeah.
Me too.
I just think they're going to go through their division. I think that's easy wins for them.
I think the Bills are there.
Yep.
I mean, they've been close the last couple of years.
Let's be honest. That offense was great last year.
Yep.
Their defense was amazing, and then they added Von Miller.
Yep. I think it's a slam dunk.
Come on.
And they got...
Rich getting richer.
And Josh Allen is awesome.
Yeah.
He's unbelievable. And they added Cook there, because their running back depth was kind of an issue.
And they've been hearing good things out of James Cook.
Yep.
The rookie.
The brother of Dalvin.
You know Dalvin.
Yeah, I know Dalvin. I like him. Fantasy-wise. Hate him.
And Diggs is amazing.
Yeah.
Diggs. And that rumors have it they're in, Gabriel Davis is doing it, but rumor has it they're in the final 3 for possibly getting OBJ.
Yeah.
OBJ. I don't know if I like that, because I'm not a big OBJ fan. Never have been.
I kind of liked him on the San Francisco... Or, I'm sorry, the Rams.
The Rams?
The Los Angeles
I did
Rams.
feel bad for him they got hurt.
Yeah.
I did feel bad for him they got hurt, but I don't know. It'd be interesting, because he's not signed anywhere yet, so it'd be interesting to see where it happens.
It's gonna be a slam dunk. It's not gonna... There's no question mark that the Bills are gonna be there, and they're gonna be in contention for the Super Bowl. Like, 100%.
Now, I don't like saying this too loud in this area, because there's a lot of Bills fans, and when they're losing, they're gone, but when they're winning, they're very loud.
Yep.
But
Bills Mafia.
Love Bills Mafia, but possibly the best team in the league this year.
I could agree with you on that.
And I don't know if they'll get to the
think.
Super Bowl. I don't know if they'll win the Super Bowl, but looking at their roster and stuff, could be the best team in the league. Because the best team doesn't always win. The best team doesn't always win.
Yeah.
But
I think, again, a complete team.
Yeah.
They have it. They added the pieces that they needed. Mm-hmm. They came really close last year, right? Mm-hmm. They were. I mean, obviously they lost to the Chiefs, but they could have won that easily. Yeah. And I think they could have beat the Bengals too.
The thing that people don't even talk about anymore is that when they did lose to the Chiefs, they were missing a huge cornerstone of their defense. Tre'Davious White was hurt.
Yeah, sure.
When they made that run.
Yep.
If he comes back healthy, dude, they're going to be good. Yeah. And one of the most underrated signings, I think, is because he's a hometown boy, and I follow him.
Of course.
Daquan Jones.
Yeah.
Daquan Jones.
I mean, he's a defensive lineman, so you don't hear a lot about him, but everything when he came out of Penn State and he went to the Titans, and you read everything about him, and he went to the Carolina Panthers last year and read everything about him, he's a stuffer. Like, he'll take blocks, which is an underrated quality in defensive linemen. If you can plug up the holes and stop it, But they're already stacked there, so now it's just another
depth, the role, right? And I think that's a big thing when you go when a player that's good, right, maybe not great, goes to a great defense, like for instance the Steelers, they're naturally going to be better because of their surroundings. But I think that wraps up.
That's the East,
the AFC East. So
we all makes me want to go jump through some tables now.
Bills Mafia.
They Steelers play in Buffalo this year. I might try.
I might
try.
So 14-3, we all got it. Kind of the same there. So what do we want to do? I think we should do South next.
Okay, I was just thinking that because we could run to the South, just like everybody in the NFL's going to do.
South is pathetic.
South is a dumpster fire, man.
All right, so Mike, what do you think? Lowest.
Sorry, guys.
Oh, terrible towel time. That's okay. We're good. We're
dress them up. You can't take them out.
All right, so Mike, who do you have as the worst record in the South?
Houston.
I think.
I have Houston and Jacksonville tied.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so what's your record?
2-15.
2-15.
2-15.
Okay, and I have 3-14. I mean,
and I'm being pretty generous with the 2 wins.
Right.
They might not even get 2 wins.
I think one is the Jags.
Yeah.
And the other one, I honestly haven't beaten the Giants.
It's wild card.
I think I had them beating Washington.
Okay.
So that's the 2 wins.
And they're playing against the worst team in the NFC, right? Yeah. So we're, it's anybody's game.
And the Jags, I think the Jags will squeak out 3 because they always do end up beating the Colts somehow.
Yeah, right. I mean, divisional games, right? It's a little bit, but
looking at the Texans now, because I jumped ahead a little bit because I have them equal. But the Texans, their rookie running back there, Pierce. Great things. Great things.
Yep.
Braden Cooks.
Yep.
Everybody overlooks him.
I really
all
like
the time.
him.
I don't know why either.
Yeah.
He's maybe because he's not like a big splash.
Yeah.
Remember when he went to New England?
Yeah.
People loved him. He was doing great, and then all of a sudden he's gone. Yeah. And when he's in with the Rams, he did great with the Rams too.
And the Saints, he was great with the Saints.
He was awesome with the Saints. Yeah. So I think they have no quarterback.
Yeah. Davis Mills is.
I don't know who their offensive line is.
Yeah.
I mean, nobody on defense really.
Yeah. Who is their defensive guy?
I don't even know.
I don't know one person on their defense.
You used to be able they have 3-4 pieces on defense. Now it's like
right, like J.J. Watt was always their guy.
DeMarco Ryans, whatever his name was. Yeah. Brian Cushion was there for a long time.
Yeah,
like they had some guys, but
it's not. I think.
And I have the same thing with the Jags. The Jags are 2-15. Their offensive line, not that great.
Do you think what do you have them as a record?
4-13.
4-13. I also have them 4-13. Do you think their biggest issue is obviously their line? They did shore up a little bit, not crazy signings, but some players. What do we think about Trevor Lawrence as a football player? And do you think he'll be able to get him? Obviously, we don't have a lot of faith, in the team, but.
I think Trevor is a bright spot for the Jags.
Right.
He's a building block. They can build around him. Urban Meyer was a bad call last year.
Terrible call.
He could have put Trevor Lawrence's career back a couple years on that one.
Might have.
Yeah, their offensive line wasn't great. It's not good.
It's not good. Yeah.
Their running back situation, Travis
Etienne,
he's supposed to come back. Though. He's supposed to come back.
And they were teammates, right?
Yeah.
So that connection,
familiarity right there.
Yep.
And he's a good receiving back. But James Robinson came out of nowhere and did well, and he's hurt.
He's hurt, but he's going to come back.
Etienne's coming back already.
They're both going to be coming back.
They just signed
Christian Kirk. They got this year.
Yeah, and Evan Ingram.
Yeah, Evan Ingram.
So they have weapons on offense.
Yeah, it's again one of those young teams that I think is going to take a couple years.
They took Walker during the draft, right? Trayvon Walker or whatever.
For first overall.
Not impressed with that one. I probably would have went Hutchinson first.
Yeah,
myself. He's just.
It'll be interesting.
Yeah. They lost Miles Jack. He's over here now. I think that's a big loss for them.
That was tough. I was surprised that
Telvin Smith is good,
but he's not there anymore.
Telvin Smith's not Jacksonville?
No.
Jeez, what am I doing?
Jacksonville
just doesn't...
but Jacksonville in your defense
and Josh Allen. Josh Allen is real good.
Josh Allen's a bright spot for them, right? Mm-hmm. And not that Josh Allen, obviously. But
he shut down the other Josh Allen when they played last year.
He did.
Remember they won 9-6? It's because Josh Allen shut down Josh Allen. So...
Yeah.
And he was one of the... I don't know if you remember when we were in the high bay and everyone was talking about it. That draft. And I was like, there's two people that I want the Steelers to go after.
Kentucky.
Yep.
Your two Kentucky
Josh
boys.
Allen and Benny Snell. And they ended up with Benny Snell, and they missed out on Josh Allen. That was the year they traded up for Devin Bush.
Yep.
And Allen went 4, and they took Devin Bush at 10.
Yep.
And I was so mad.
Yep.
So mad.
Crazy. All right, so I think we all have those two at the lowest there. Who do we got next? Rounding. I mean, I don't know.
These two teams are going to be interesting.
Let's start with the Colts. Because, I mean, so what do you got them at?
8 and 9.
8 9, interesting. Okay.
I have them at 9 and 8.
9 and 8. I have them somehow here. I have them at 9 and 7. They're not playing one game, so they're actually 9. They're actually 9 and 8 to me.
Okay.
Because I don't think they're.
So we have them like.
Yeah.
We all think they're around the same.
I think this division's going to get beat up, but they have a good team.
I think it's I mean they upgraded at quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
You went from Wentz to Matt Ryan.
Yep.
However, that's borrowed time because Matt Ryan's only got a few years left.
But good player.
Their receivers aren't the greatest, but they're good.
I like Pittman a lot.
Pittman's good. He's one of the fantasy upsides of them. Yep. And obviously that running back. I mean Jonathan Taylor just.
Monster,
yeah.
And their offensive line is insane.
That line is ridiculous.
Yeah, it's probably the best offensive line. One of the best.
It's just, I feel like the Colts, and I've always felt this way about even when they had Manning.
Yep.
They don't play up to their potential.
It's weird.
Isn't it? That's weird. One of those teams that just, they lose games they shouldn't. Jags, they lose to the Jags. You know what I mean?
To get to the playoffs, you lose to the Jags.
To the Jags.
Yeah. You do that.
I don't know, I mean, I like it. I never really hate on the Colts because they're the Colts.
Yeah.
You know, I've had friends who are Colts fans that make it harder to like the Colts, but I don't hate on the Colts.
No, and I think they're going to be one of those teams that would be interesting if there was an asterisk next to a team to be like, maybe there might be a potential of a breakout. Maybe they are, because if Matt Ryan clicks with everything, Jonathan Taylor obviously is going to be unstoppable. Their defense is good. Right. It's not. It was good last year. They had a really good defense.
Yeah,
and Leonard,
they still got DeForest Buckner.
Yes.
He's still there.
Good player.
Darius Leonard's still there.
Great.
And they play in a weak division.
They do play in a weak division.
There's a chance.
I mean, they could easily get, six games?
I actually have them winning their division.
Yeah, I don't, but that's okay. But they could, though.
Yeah, I do. I have them winning, but...
So what do you think?
What do you got?
Yeah, bringing Titans, right? Because you already said here. So what do you think?
10-7.
10-7.
Yeah.
What do you got them at?
7-10.
Wow. Yeah, and I got them at actually 10-7 as well. Yep.
Okay.
So why do you think? Why? Obviously, we're in agreement.
Yeah.
Here.
Why do you think 7-10?
I don't know. I don't know. When I was going through and I was just tallying as.
Yeah.
I think they have a tough schedule. I think they have a tough schedule. And I just don't think
they're kind of the same team as Indy in a way.
A little bit.
Game manager of a quarterback.
Yep.
Heavy run game.
Okay, so
good defense.
Here we go. If we're gonna check off the boxes, okay. Quarterback goes to the Colts. I don't have Tannehill. I think had a couple good years. I don't know that he can sustain it, especially now that they drafted Malik Willis. Yeah. His confidence is gonna be shaky. I don't see him playing as well as he did. Mm-hmm. Wide receivers goes to the Colts. Yeah. Robert Woods is good, but
losing A.J. Brown was big.
Yeah, and Woods is coming off an ACL.
Yeah. Yeah, they're definitely not.
So like they're,
but and then obviously Derrick Henry's a monster. He's insane, but can he stay healthy?
Yeah, and I think he can. But like, how many times is he going to be able to run through an entire team?
Right.
Because he's just going to stay. He's just going to see a stacked box.
Right.
You know, and then their defense just took a huge hit yesterday. Did you see that? Harold Landry, their linebacker,
yes, I saw
out for the season.
That's tough.
Out for the season. He's like one of their leaders too.
Yep.
You know they don't have the Javon Curses anymore. They don't have the other. They had a couple huge rushers on the outside that they're just not there anymore.
Yep.
You know, I don't see.
I'm not really familiar with the South.
I don't
AFC
see their defense too much.
I think the Titans and the Colts are right there.
It's a toss-up.
I think people want to put the Titans higher because of Henry.
Yeah. I like the Titans just a little bit more.
Okay.
Do you think do you think if they start going down, do you think they'll pull Tannehill?
Yes.
It's tough.
I think if they start losing, if they're not doing what they want to, like if they end 7-10, like I'm saying, I wouldn't be surprised the last 3-4 games of the season Malik is in there. I think they're going to split him anyways. I think they're going to do that stupid quarterback, have him come out and run 5 plays a game thing. I hate that. I hate it. So I see Pittsburgh doing it too, and I don't want them to. I don't want them to, but I can see them doing it. It's just I think drafting Malik Willis set them back. Because I don't think Tannehill can handle it like Rodgers did.
Right.
Rodgers was mad that they drafted Jordan Love, but he still went out and balled out.
Well, because it's not even
right. But I don't see.
The talent is there for Malik Willis. He just has to.
He's our talent, and then he had a good preseason.
Very good preseason.
So Tannehill's already got one foot out the door.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I can see.
It'll be interesting.
I can see turmoil in there.
He's a good game manager.
And who's their other receiver? They got Robert Woods and
Burks. Or is it Burks?
They drafted him, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
He was like, that's actually the pick that they got for A.J. Brown. Yeah. What happened was A.J. Brown didn't want to.
A.J. Brown could have gone to a worse team. I'll be honest with you.
Well, I mean, they didn't want to.
That swayed my NFC a little bit when I went back and looked at the schedules and stuff.
It's gonna be interesting. I mean, we'll talk about that division.
All right, so that's the South.
So again, just to recap, you have
Tennessee,
Colts,
and then I have Tennessee. Yep. But I think for all of us, I think it's a crapshoot, and whoever wins it, it's not even gonna matter.
See, like you guys have them at 10 wins or stuff. This is the only team I have, because there's always one team every year.
Right.
This is the only team I have in the playoffs with less than 10 wins.
That's crazy. Yeah, but that's what's going to happen. I mean, the AFC is so strong this year. Yeah. It's going to be.
Then later on, we'll get into how I think they should reformat playoffs, anyways. But
okay,
I just think we should do top 8 teams. There shouldn't be division winners.
We'll get there later, right? Like you said.
Yeah. So let's move on to.
We'll get there.
Obviously, I'll have strong feelings on the North, so I don't know if I'm going to say that for later or not. I've come to grips with it. We can do it now because I think the West is stacked.
I think we should do the North first.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do the North.
Because the West is crazy.
Because I've come to grips with the North. All right, so...
And let's get right to it real quick. I think maybe not, but we probably agree on who the last place team's going to be, don't you think?
I would have to agree.
Pittsburgh.
Are you kidding me?
No, I got the Browns. The Browns still last place.
Browns have to be last place.
I thought you were pulling. I thought you were pulling his leg.
No, I got
you had Pittsburgh last
6-11. Yeah.
Wow.
They went down from the last time we talked about it.
No, they were at 6-11 last time. We were talking about it.
Listen, Josh.
Okay, so I'll say as far as. Do we want to just save Pittsburgh? Let's save Pittsburgh, obviously. Okay. So Browns, realistically, I think because of the 11-game suspension, I don't think they're going to win a lot of games. Their team's not by any means the best in the division. I got them 6-11. I can't really say much more than that. They're just not great.
I have them at 4-13, and those 4 wins come when Watson comes back.
I think they're better than that, but
I got them at 7-10.
I think because here's the thing is, Chubb is amazing.
Good player.
Chubb is amazing. Who's Brissett going to throw it to? Njoku?
Njoku, baby.
$15 man.
By the way, inside joke on $15 man.
Yeah.
We had a buddy in fantasy last year.
Can we call him out?
Tom Morris.
Tommy
thought he was making a steal at the end of the draft and yelled out $15 for David Njoku.
Now I could be like $1 in Njoku, right? It would be a great. He wasn't terrible last year, but going instantly to $15 is no auction draft.
Yeah, I like him. I like Njoku. I think he was totally underutilized.
Yes.
Last year.
Yep.
Not $15 for him.
No, I mean, but instantly to go to $15.
So honestly, looking at the Browns again, I have them 4-13. I don't have them winning until Watson comes back.
Dang, that's crazy.
There's
they can't even squeak out one.
There's Kareem Hunt, and it's the same thing with Derrick Henry's situation. There's Kareem Hunt and there's Nick Chubb.
You don't think
so? What do? You load up the box.
But if you think, if you look at the Browns' schedule, there's a few games in there that Brissett could definitely win.
Okay.
That's why I gave them a few wins and then a few wins.
AKA the Steelers.
Right.
Like
when Watson can't come
I'm not
back.
saying it's a layup, but I mean reverse layup. It's not.
So
as
you're saying Jacoby could beat the Steelers?
I think so.
So you have them losing the Steelers, losing to them twice.
I don't listen. These are kind of very.
I do.
I'm asking you. You have them losing the Steelers. You have the Steelers losing to them twice.
And I think they split. It just a lot of teams. It could go either way.
Okay.
I think Brissett is technically not he's not the worst.
What do you got? What do you got him doing in week 1 against Carolina? With Baker coming back saying he's gonna f them up.
I think
Baker's gonna torch him.
I got it on Baker too. I think Baker's gonna run.
Yeah.
The only thing is maybe I'll go to 5-12 because I think they might play the Falcons in there, and I think I miscounted that one. And I think they can beat the Falcons.
Yeah.
So I put them at 5-12.
Okay, so 5-12, I think that's reasonable. We obviously got them a little bit higher. I got them 6-11. You have them at 7-10.
Yeah.
So, okay, so
7-10.
So we'll leave the Steelers for last. But what do we got for the Bengals?
This will probably be a surprise. 9-8.
9-8. Wow.
That
okay.
is a surprise.
So before, I think you had them a little bit higher.
I think 10-7 I had last time. So
10-7.
only one
Really?
game difference, yeah.
Wow, so you were really okay. So what do you have the Bengals?
12-5.
12-5 me too.
I have them winning the division. At
Okay.
12-5.
Well,
I think their offense is disgusting, and then they added to their
discussing
line.
it in a good way, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry for the
I
kids
mean,
out there.
Joe Mixon, Joe Burrow. You got I think it's going to be one of if not the best receiving corps.
Yeah, the three of them are.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah. Do we want to go over Jamar Chase?
Yeah.
We got Higgins, who I think is technically. I mean, he's
number 3.
He's pretty, and he's underrated.
Yeah.
He's definitely number 2, bro.
You think he's over Boyd?
Yeah, I think so.
I mean,
but different styles.
Higgins and Boyd could be 1A,
1-2,
or 1B. You know,
or
2A, 2B, whatever.
Yeah.
And I haven't heard nothing if they actually officially signed him, but after the Bills cut O.J. Howard, Cincinnati was bringing O.J. Howard in.
Yeah.
But they already have.
I think Howard's overrated. But
they got what? Hooper or am I?
Croft. Tyler Croft.
Hooper's in Cleveland, I believe.
Yeah, Austin
Okay.
Hooper's was in Cleveland. Still
okay.
is now, but
Yeah.
Tyler Croft is there. He's a Dalton Schultz.
They lost C.J. Usmanzada.
Uzma.
No, that's
that
totally
was a long time ago. But I like that guy.
Yeah, he was good. CJ was their what's that? Uzma. He was a good blocking tight end. Obviously,
he made some good big plays from down the stretch too.
Yeah.
Was it Usmanzada the one that wiped his ass with this?
His feet.
Or his feet?
Yeah, I know what happened.
Well, hey, you know what,
dude? I'm telling you, every time somebody disrespects a terrible towel, something bad happens to that team.
The only one that gets ripped is when Juju dances on other teams.
You know what I was thinking of? I'm sorry. It was when Randy Moss did the
Mooney.
Speaking about Randy Moss, the underrated signing, I think, and I don't know why he wasn't on the team last year.
His son
Thaddeus Moss is on the Bengals as a tight end.
He's the
one that hurt the Giants guy there. The Giants rookie DN.
What's his name?
Thibodeau.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. He's the one that he threw he threw the chip block on him.
Hey, well,
and then people were like, "Oh, it's dirty," and I don't think it was a dirty block. I think the DN just didn't expect a guy to be playing hard, and he played hard. And
would you say it was a dirty block if T.J. Watt got hurt more?
On that play, T.J. Watt wouldn't be in that position.
Oh, that's a good point.
T.J. Watt would have been at the quarterback already.
Good point. Okay. But if it happened in the normal regular season, it would be a dirty play. Okay, so I think we're all in agreement. Well, actually, not. We're in agreement. What do we got? The Baltimore Ravens at
13-4.
Yeah, I agree. 13-4. I think they're going to run away with this. Which 12-5 is
12-5.
12-5. Okay, so we have them 13-4.
Yeah.
It's kind of. I mean, they're really just a classic, just owner of that division. So
I have to agree with you.
They're just good. They have a really good team. Now, is Lamar going to play? I mean,
he'll be ready.
He's the X factor. We know this.
He is, but he's. I think the bigger X factor. I'm not gonna. I hate the Ravens. Obviously, can't stand them. But I'll give them the respect that they deserve. It's like the boxers who go to war and you pound the shit out of each other, and then at the end of the thing, you're like, "Oh, I got respect for you." They're a good team. They're set up well. They did a great draft this year. Yeah. Linderbaum, Hamlin. They always find defensive pieces. They always find them.
It's how it works.
Yeah. I'm at 12-5. Lamar's a wild card, and honestly, what hurt them last year was their health.
Yeah.
Lamar got hurt. Some of their linemen got hurt. Their running backs got hurt.
Evans,
and some of their big pieces on defense got hurt last year. Their health will be a big thing for them. Mark Andrews is great. Rashad Bateman, I think, will be good.
They lost Hollywood Brown. I think Bateman's going to have to be.
I think losing Brown was actually better for Lamar because I think there was a lot of chatter about why he's not throwing the ball to Brown.
Right.
And it kind of Lamar's he's a quarterback, but he's not a pocket passer. Yeah. He would be good with
Tyreek.
Well, it's kind of funny that this was brought up in the media, and I said it to us last time. Which, by the way, we keep saying last time, we had an episode all set up. Technical difficulties. This is our second try at it. Miami Dolphins jersey. He liked the picture of him in a Miami Dolphins jersey. I think he'd be good on something like that with Waddle and Hill.
Yeah,
because they could play
all over
backyard ball.
Yeah. Plus, I mean, imagine the three of those together. Dude. Unstoppable.
Yeah.
Like as far as
speed goes.
Yeah.
And Mostert.
And now they're talking about this deal that Russell Wilson just got and how that's going to affect Lamar's contract and the contract's hanging over quarterbacks' heads.
Yeah.
It's just
I don't know why they don't pay him though. I mean, he always is making...
Because they label him as a health risk. Because any scrambling, running quarterback, they're always going to say you have that injury problem.
That deal Kyler Murray signed, though.
Yeah.
But he's
not really a scrambler as much, though. I mean, he is. He's mobile, but he's not Lamar.
Yeah, he's not Lamar.
You can get away, but you don't picture him as a takeoff running. No. He's not a McNabb. He's not a Vic. He's not a Lamar. He doesn't...
Yeah, he
can scramble. He's a scrambler. Yeah. He's not a mobile quarterback, I wouldn't say.
I think they're going to be good this year. I think they picked up a lot of good pieces. I think this is their time to capitalize on the Steelers as a team that's a little bit weaker in the division. So let's get into the Steelers.
Oh, here we go.
I think we should sit back and let our man talk.
And Steelers, I have them 9-8.
Oh boy.
9-8. I know you guys are down on the Steelers, but they're still a pretty loaded team.
I think everybody's down on the Steelers.
They're still a pretty loaded team.
We're talking about loaded like KFC bowl, not like a real entree like if we go that, like loaded in a bad way.
They have a great defense.
They're good. Yeah, you're right. They're good.
Okay.
Do they?
Yeah.
I've never played Madden 23 yet.
This guy. They have probably the greatest edge rusher in the league.
I'll give you that.
Should we talk about who that is? He's a Wisconsin boy. He was on the board for a Green Bay Packers to easily grab and be a hometown hero, and they passed him up, and he set the single-season sack
I don't even know
record.
who he drafted.
Yeah, exactly.
I should know. I should know. I think it was
probably a quarterback.
I think it was Kenny Clark actually that year.
Instead of taking T.J. Watt.
No, and I agree. I
just inked up Minka again for an extension. Cam Hayward is amazing.
He's old. We talked about this.
He's still getting it done. He's still getting it done. He's younger than Rodgers.
Listen, Rodgers' different breed though. We're not talking about Rodgers.
Cam's a different breed. All right. Their other linebackers are all young. Miles Jack just came over. He's great. Their secondary is iffy. I'll give you that. There's no big names other than Minka on their secondary.
Yeah.
Their offensive line.
Miles Jack went from a bad team to another bad team with just better coaching. Okay.
So then their offensive line is a little shaky. They have no-name pieces from other teams that were supposed to be good, but after watching the preseason game against the Lions, shaky.
Bet you're holding your breath when Watt got hurt.
No, because I knew he was hurt, not injured.
We all know that their defense is going to be stacked. I mean,
it's not Deontay Johnson.
Yeah, they have a good run game. Najee is a good, and he's
overused.
He's a workhorse.
Yeah,
but they're going to cut down his usage this year. Freiermuth is an underrated tight end. I know you guys don't care about him too much.
I do like him.
He's a huge red zone target.
Yeah, and he can get there though.
He can catch in traffic like crazy. You look at the receivers. You got Deontay Johnson, Chase Claypool, if he can keep his head in the game, and Pickens.
George Pickens. So one thing I really respect about the Steelers, they pick really good wide receivers. I'm not a big Juju. I was never a Juju fan, right? And I'm not a big Claypool because they act like me, super cocky, and
Claypool drives me nuts.
Yeah, he needs to put his head in the game.
But he's a tall, fast target. And he can catch.
Calvin Johnson, they were talking about him being like this next Calvin Johnson like player, but we'll see.
And then when it comes down to quarterback, I mean, it's Trubisky or Pickett. I think they're one and the same right now. Pickett's got more upside. Obviously, he's younger, but they both played well. Trubisky is not a bad quarterback. He's not a great quarterback. He's a game manager. But I think it's just funny to hear you guys say how they're going to be horrible and they're just a bad team. And I bring up players and you're like, oh, I really like him. Oh, no, I really like him too. Oh, no, I really like him too. They got a good roster. Their secondary and their offensive line are very questionable. And that's what scares me. It's their offensive line scares me.
The Steelers kind of remind me of like a pizzeria, right? So like if you think of a pizza, you have really good options, right? You have all of these different things that are really good players, right? You put them together, it's not a good pizza, right? You put chicken wing with meatballs. This meatball might be great. This chicken wing pizza
stretching right now, bro.
You put it together,
reaching for
stuff. It's not going to be amazing. So,
right.
Okay.
They have.
No, I don't know. You're so far on left field with pizzeria and meatballs and chicken wings that I don't even know what you're talking about.
I'm just saying you put two things together.
I want you to look at it realistically and take me out of the equation that you're just trying to get me going and really look at the Steelers and tell me you think they're a 6-win team.
They're a 6-win team.
Okay.
The Steelers are like that little gas station pizza. They're okay for something.
What are we doing with pizza here, guys?
They're okay for something quick, but you're not going to pick them when you got other options. You're just not.
Oh my goodness!
If you're on a time crunch,
I want to know how you put the Cleveland Browns with Jacoby Brissett winning more games than the Steelers.
More favorable schedule, that's why.
They have the same schedule!
Early on, I mean.
Oh my goodness, this kid.
I'm just saying, gas station pizza.
You're saying Jacoby Brissett. Early on, Browns have Pittsburgh. I felt like when I was looking at it, had a harder schedule later on. Brissett had games he could win early on.
Brissett doesn't have games he can win.
He's going to be a decent quarterback.
You know what?
And then they're going to win more, like you said.
You do this where
when Watson comes back.
Pittsburgh's going to be horrible, just to get me going. And you know what? Congratulations. You got what you wanted. Now we're just going to wait.
I love gas station pizza. Once in a while, I like it. That's what I'm saying. And I like the Steelers once in a while.
And I eat it too.
Not a lot. All right. So
honestly,
I want to look up their schedule right now.
Honestly, for your sake, I honestly hope Pittsburgh does well.
I think they're going to... So here's my thing. Obviously, I have them missing the playoffs.
I hope I'm wrong.
I think they'll miss the playoffs.
They're going to miss the playoffs, 100%. Yeah.
But I still have them having a winning record.
Okay. I hope so. for the Steelers.
9-8. They're mid-pack. They're going to be midway through the division.
Yeah.
You know, they're right in the middle.
It's just a really tough... The AFC is really tough this year. And if I'm going to
They don't play hard teams this year.
Yeah.
They play the Falcons. They play the Jets. They play the Jaguars. Like, they don't.
And those are toss-ups.
Both North divisions do not have hard schedules.
Yeah, well, that's why the Packers, which we're going to talk about.
They do not have hard schedules. Yeah. Wait till we get to the Packers now, buddy. Just wait. And the Cowgirls. Just wait till we get there.
All right, so last, and I think we all agree that this is the strongest.
Certainly not least.
Yeah, the strongest division in the AFC is the West. So, I don't know how we're going to break this down.
Who do you got in last place of this division?
I have a tie.
Really?
Yeah. Let's. This is the interesting thing.
I have I have a winner, a loser, and then the mid two are tied.
Okay, what's the worst record?
11-6.
Me too. What about you? You're going to be lower.
He's going to be like 9-8.
9-8.
Nice.
Look at this kid. He's shown he doesn't know anything about football.
9-8.
Who?
LA.
Wow, bro.
Really?
I know.
No.
Who do you have at 11-6?
The Broncos and the Chiefs. And the Chiefs.
Really? You have two of them at 11-6?
Yeah.
I have the Raiders.
I have the Raiders as a wild card, man.
Me too. I have them just missing the playoffs.
I have them at 12-5.
That's where I have the LA and the Chiefs.
So
I have the Broncos winning this.
At 11-6, the Raiders.
Wow. And I have
That's what I have them at. I actually have them at 11-6.
And I have the Chargers winning at 13-4.
I got Denver at 13-4 winning it.
So
I got Denver winning at 13-4.
So you both agree. I think Denver's good, but I think it's gonna.
I think they were there last year. Defense is good, running game's good, good receivers.
They needed that quarterback.
Russell Wilson is going to change it.
The problem is you got young bucks coming over, and the Chargers.
I like the Chargers.
Herbert.
And I think the Chargers did a great job this year. I mean, they have Derwin James, they have Khalil Mack, they have Bosa. Yeah, they have
huge players.
Yeah,
huge players.
KC Jackson came over.
Yep.
They did great things, but this team is another Colts for me.
No,
where they don't live up to their potential.
Last year was different. This year, it's gonna. I feel like they're gonna be Buffalo of like last year, basically, or the year before, because Buffalo was good. I think they're gonna get to that hump where Justin Herbert is gonna be the best quarterback in the league. I think he's gonna be.
I'm not.
You know who he's going for.
I'm not arguing that, but I guess I'm arguing. I'm not disagreeing that he could be the best in the league. I think he's still got a little bit more to go. But when looking at their roster there on offense, I mean, they got Herbert, they got Williams, they got Allen, they got Eckler.
They got so much.
Zion Johnson was a huge pickup for their offensive line.
Yep.
I was mad at that one too. I want him to go to Pittsburgh, but whatever.
Just a good team.
They're well built. They're a well built.
Is Cook still there? Jared Cook? Is he still there? I'm trying to think.
I think so.
I think so. He's a good tight end.
He's a receiving tight end. He's not a good tight end. He's a receiving tight end.
He's good.
He's a fantasy tight end.
Yeah.
He'll put up points for you.
Right.
But he's not.
I think
he's not going to go out there and throw blocks for your guys.
Yeah. Do I think it's a little bit crazy for me to make that leap? Of course, in this division,
I don't think it is. I don't think it's that crazy because obviously, with my winning team being 13-4 and my losing team being 11-6, they're all right there. You can literally just be like, flip a coin. All right, this is who it's going to be this time. You know, like
any given Sunday.
I think I had the Chargers at 9-8. I love them. Don't get me wrong. I love Herbert.
Yeah,
big time.
You're a big Herbert guy.
But what he said, they just don't live up to that potential. That's
why they're just one of those teams. The Colts and the Chargers are two teams. Colts, Chargers, and Vikings are three teams that no matter what their rosters look like, they lose games they shouldn't.
It'll be interesting. This
I
division
do love
be
the Chargers. I'll be honest with you, I do.
I think, and I struggled doing this. I almost switched the Raiders in Kansas City.
I think Kansas City's going down this year.
I do. I think they're taking step back.
I think it's not just because of Tyreek Hill. It's just in general, right? That you have like these teams that are very good, and for a long period of time they can be good. But I feel like it's going to be a step.
I feel like the other teams in that division just got so much better.
Yeah.
That they're no longer the ones that are like way out in front.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Kelsey's getting older. He's not getting any younger.
Juju, we've talked about this. Juju is not a number one.
No, and MVS, my old wide receiver, I loved him. He was he was number one in like yards, like over 20 or something like that. I forget what the stat was, but he's a really good player. Not a number one. They don't have a number. I mean, they have Kelsey. He's a number one.
Yeah, he's their number one option. Which I think Juju will have a resurgence this year.
I think he's healthy, right? He's hurt right now.
He'll be all right, but I think he'll have like a career year this year because teams are going to have to focus on Kelsey so much.
Hey, don't forget about MVS.
I talked about him. He's good, but
he's not. Let's be honest. You throw out Juju and MVS, or you can be like, "Oh, I need to double team one of these guys."
Speed. Of course, MVS.
You're going to say, "All right, I'll go one-on-one with MVS and maybe throw a safety help back there."
Yeah.
Or you're going to go one-on-one with Juju.
Yeah.
They still have Demarcus Robinson.
No,
he
left.
Yep, I'm trying to think. I think he went to the. No, I can't. For some reason, I'm thinking Lions, but
did he go to the Raiders?
I was thinking Bears. He might be in the North.
I think he go to the Raiders.
Either way, I mean, he's not a big time player, but
they have Hardman still, right?
Yes, they do have Hardman.
Oh yeah,
but they
MVS,
don't
Juju.
talk about him a lot. I mean,
didn't they get a rookie too? They just drafted. There's a rookie that's making big
Sky
noise.
Moore.
Yeah,
Sky Moore.
They're going to be just fine.
Yeah, they'll be fine. Obviously, I'm not saying they're going to be horrible at 12-5.
Yeah, 11-6. I have them. I mean,
I got 12-5.
They're going to be good still. Their defense is still questionable.
I got 3 playoff teams in this division.
Yeah,
me too.
Yeah,
and I would, and like I said, if the NFL could ever get smart and redo the playoff systems, all 4 of these teams would be in.
Yeah, I agree. Who do you think the biggest surprise is going to be in this division? I mean, obviously we're talking about, but I think
the biggest surprise.
Do you think
Chiefs?
The Chiefs are going to be like being so good to going.
Yeah, being the top dog. Being the top dog to being like scrapping for it.
So I think the Raiders, I have them beating out the Chiefs and the Broncos, which I know is crazy.
The Broncos could be a big surprise, because I had the Broncos winning the division this year.
Yeah, which is what they were the worst, obviously. But with the quarterback, we already knew it was
and Cortland Sutton and Jerry Jeudy. Their run game. Williams.
No, he's good.
Their defense is pretty good.
They have a really good team.
Everybody in the West is stacked.
I feel like
it's good. Your old buddy as a coach.
Yeah.
Hackett.
Yeah, Hackett. I mean, he was an awesome offensive
coordinator.
Where did
McDaniels go?
He went to the Raiders.
Yeah. He did go to the Raiders.
Yeah,
okay.
He go to the Raiders. And I think with the Raiders this year, they added a lot of pieces. Is Derek Carr going to be that player that's going to bring them over the top?
I like Carr.
I do too, but he's not. He's the worst quarterback in this division. 100%. 100%.
Yeah.
Like, there's no
yeah.
Yeah. He has weapons around him.
How many times? At least the last few years, the Thursday night Kansas City Oakland game, or it was Oakland, Vegas game, he's out there having a shootout with Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah. I mean, listen, he's. I think this year will be his year to be like, all right, are you going to be any good? You know,
Prove it here.
Right.
Well, now he's got Waller. He's got Adams. You know, I hear there's not a lot of good talk about Jacobs.
What's the one kid that they not
Renfro.
Like they have really good weapons.
Yeah. And then they added Chandler Jones to their defense this year.
Yeah.
Like their defense is going to be
Max
good.
Crosby Crosby.
Yeah.
Crosby. He's a good player. They have potential to be good. I mean, this division I think it's gonna be a coin toss. We already know this.
It's gonna be probably the best division in football.
Yeah.
And the sad part is going to be that one of them is going to have to miss most likely is going to have to miss the playoffs because.
Yeah.
But I mean, honestly, I have the Ravens and the. Well, let's get into the playoffs. Let's get in the playoffs because I could see all 4 teams from the West getting in. I don't have it that way, but I could see it.
Is that possible? That's possible, right? Yeah, right.
The 3 that don't win the division can get the wild card.
That's right.
So obviously, my number 1 seed in the AFC is the Buffalo Bills.
Agreed.
You know, I have them at 14-3. I just think I don't know that I have them going to the Super Bowl. I honestly haven't gone that far yet on the AFC to see who I think would do what, but I have them at 1 seed. My 2 seed is Denver. I have Denver winning that division. I have them at 13-4. They're my 2 seed.
Okay.
My 3 seed, I put the Bengals in there. I had them tied with the Ravens, but I'm not going to put the Ravens in this.
Baltimore would be my 3.
So I put Bengals in there, and then 4 is the lonely Indy Colts.
Okay.
9-8.
Which
are division winners?
Who do you got for your division winners?
I got Denver in the West, Tennessee in the South, Buffalo in the East, and Baltimore in the North.
Yeah, and then I have for the North, I have Baltimore squeezing by the Bengals with 1 game. Obviously, the Bills being the number 1 team, I think they're just going to easily get that. The Chargers is my wild card, I think, for winning that, and then the Titans.
And then all 3 of my wild card teams have a 12-5 record.
I'm trying to think here. Yeah, I mean, one team has 11-6. So
who's the wild card teams again?
I have the Chiefs, the Chargers, and the Ravens.
Okay.
What do you got?
I got the Raiders, the Chiefs, and the Dolphins.
Wow. Well, you have, but he has that West. I mean, you never know. And so mine would be.
You had. Who was losing your West? They were 9-8, right?
Yeah, the Chargers, and I have them winning it. So mine would be the Raiders. The Raiders and the Bengals would be the top 2 of the wild cards, and then it just depends on who's going to be out of the Broncos and Chiefs. I think maybe the Chiefs might not make the playoffs this year. That's my bold prediction this year.
Wow.
I don't think they. I think it'll be an interesting year. I hope so. Not that I like Andy Reid. I like Mahomes, but I want to see.
He got too big too quick.
Yeah.
The Chiefs got too big too quick. It's like
they're not a dynasty.
I'm sick of seeing things about the Chiefs.
Yeah.
So.
It's gonna be interesting. I think do we all have an agreement that the team to beat though is Buffalo. I think no.
They have the best record, and I think they're going to be the best team. But I just don't have confidence in a Buffalo Super Bowl run.
It's going to be interesting. I think last year was a real hit them hard.
So let's see if I could do this real quick in my head here. Buffalo would have a bye. Denver would play Baltimore in Denver. I see Denver doing that. Cincy would play the Chargers in Cincy. I can see Cincinnati taking that, and then the Colts and Chiefs. I can see the Chiefs taking that. So then it would be Buffalo versus Kansas City and Denver versus Cincinnati. I could see it come down to Denver, but Kansas City getting in the Super Bowl.
Be interesting, that's for sure.
Although I would hate to see it 2 years in a row, but I could see the AFC Championship game being exactly the same. Kansas City and Cincinnati.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't be upset with Cincinnati coming back, and I mean, this is all just our preferences, but I think Buffalo has a real strong opportunity to make that.
I would love to see Buffalo do it. I would love to see Buffalo win. Honestly, their fan base deserves it. I think they're some of the most loyal fans have ever seen, and they've been put through misery.
Yeah.
But I just don't know if I have confidence. Again, going along with the same thing as the Colts and the Chargers and the Vikings, and they just don't ever live up to expectations.
Yeah.
But they have a chance.
It'll be interesting.
But just curious though. I was with this Watson return thing. I have them winning 4 out of their last 5 games when Watson returns for the Browns. They're very winnable games, and I think that's where their wins come from. I don't think they have a lot of wins in the beginning of the season. I'm still kind of hung up on the 7 wins.
Don't be.
It's just shocking.
It's crazy, 7, especially putting them above.
Let's look at the Browns schedule real quick.
All right.
You got it?
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll see it.
I mean, I think we're really pushing the limit on this by.
I'll show you what I got. Okay, here we go. 1 second.
First 10 games.
Alright, so week 1, Panthers 0-1. Baker's going to take them out.
Do you want me to write this down? Put this pen. Okay, so I'm going to do W's and L's. Okay, go ahead.
Week 2, they're going to beat the Jets. Brissett can beat the Jets. So that's
that was one of my surprise Jets wins was against the Browns.
Okay.
Week 3, they're going to beat Pittsburgh. Week 4, they're going to beat the Falcons. That's 3-1 right there.
Do you think you're going to start 3-1? Okay.
Then
The Falcons, bro.
Then they're going to lose to the Chargers. So that's 3-2. Then they're going to lose to the Patriots. That's 3-3. Then they're going to lose to the Ravens at 3 and be a 3-4.
4, yeah.
Okay, this is what I did. So
Yeah, but that's okay.
After the 3-1 start, no, listen. After
Yeah.
the 3-1 start, they're going to go on a big losing streak. They're going to lose to LA, lose to the Patriots, lose to the Ravens, lose to the Bengals, lose to the Dolphins, lose to the Bills, lose to the Bucks.
So that's what, 3-10? Or 3-9?
3 and.
Sorry, I didn't keep track of.
You had him winning here,
3 and 8.
Losing.
In all losses.
Losing.
So 3 and 8
3
at
and
this
8.
point.
Okay.
Deshaun's going to come back. They're going to beat Houston. That's 4 and 8.
But okay, can I pause though? Your perspective was they could win the last 4 out of 5, right? That puts them at 7 and 10. But okay, keep on going. Sorry.
All right, so they'll come back and beat Houston.
Yep.
Deshaun's return.
Yep.
That's 4 and 8, and then I think they're going to beat Cincy, the second in Cincinnati,
Okay.
and then they'll lose to the Ravens,
Okay.
beat the Saints, beat the Commanders, and I think they were 4 and 8 after Houston, 5 and 8, 5 and 9, 6 and 9, 7 and 9, and then lose to the Steelers.
That's 7 and 10.
The last week of the season.
I couldn't fight with them on that one. You said.
Because the last week of the season will be in Pittsburgh.
Yep.
They'll lose that, and that's 7 and 10.
You have them losing to the Steelers with. You have them beating the Steelers with Jacoby Brissett and losing with Deshaun Watson.
Yeah.
Okay. I would flip that with you, but. Okay.
But I mean, at this point, either way, that is 7 and 10.
What do you have them with the Saints?
Reasonable. A win.
Beating the Saints, yeah.
The Ravens, you had them losing,
Yeah.
and the Bengals, you had them winning.
Winning, yeah. Which is.
All right, so I have them losing, winning, winning, losing. Winning.
Is this Cleveland or Pittsburgh?
This is Cleveland, bud.
A lot of L's there.
Winning.
Ooh, he's definitely higher now.
All right, so I put him at 6 and 10.
Oh, see?
What I originally say him at?
4 and 12. Or 4 and 13.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go over Pittsburgh then, bud.
Oh, man, we're really getting into this.
Yeah, I'm curious. We're right on our time schedule, anyways. All right, so it's Bengals, Patriots.
Do you want me to do it? So while you're writing?
No.
There you go.
Browns, Jets, Bills, Bucks, Dolphins.
It's really beautiful handwriting.
Thanks. Eagles.
It's not going to be so beautiful after this. I don't know. I think it's not going to be great. And it's okay.
I'm just kind of curious as to who he's got them losing to, that they're only winning 6 games.
You ready?
I'm ready. Whatever he is.
I mean, in your defense, you've...
Okay, Bengals.
Loss.
Pats.
Loss.
Browns.
Loss.
Jets.
Win.
Bills.
Loss.
Bucks.
Loss.
Dolphins.
Loss.
Eagles.
Win. Loss.
Saints.
Win.
Bengals.
Loss.
Colts.
Win.
Falcons.
Win.
Ravens.
Loss.
Panthers.
Win.
Raiders.
Loss.
Ravens.
Loss.
And you already said the Browns win. The win against the Browns.
Yeah, it's higher.
6.
Yep. 6 wins.
That's crazy, because I have them losing to the Bengals, beating the Patriots, beating the Browns without Deshaun, beating the Jets, losing to the Bills, losing to the Bucks, losing to the Dolphins, losing to the Eagles, beating the Saints, losing to the Bengals, beating the Colts, beating the Falcons, probably losing to the Ravens, beating the Panthers, losing. Huh. I switched a couple of them on me. Yeah.
See, and that's where...
What do you have him now?
I think I have him at 7 now.
Interesting.
But I think I had him beating... No, I had him beating the Dolphins earlier. So that's 8.
Now we're trying to push it.
Still.
That's your emotional take, and I think 7 and 10 is...
Listen, I know it's been, 18 years since you've had a losing season?
We'll see, bud.
It's going to happen.
We'll see.
Everybody goes through these phases. It happens. Just a few years ago.
Anyways,
John went through it with Green Bay. I went through it with Dallas.
You always go through it with Dallas.
So I think this was a fun episode. I think it was something that, compared to our last episode, I think it went a lot smoother.
Way smoother. It was also...
quick, decisive. Yeah. Next week... NFC. So I think that's going to be where... I think we're going to see a lot of less wins.
Yeah.
I think there's going to be more powerhouses in the NFC.
A lot more of the lower records, for sure.
Yeah. So, so it's fun. Yeah. Thanks, guys. I think it's something we're really excited about. So, after that, it's 2 guys.
1 mic.
Let's go.